gotta do one thing. Everyone. It's called Light Camera Actions. I'll be right back. Yes. Huh. There's nothing like good lighting. And also, there's nothing like doing a live podcast. Of course, I'm super excited to be with you guys once again today. Yes. Today is another glorious day. Oh, to be alive. Oh my goodness, we're going to have a time today. So congratulations for taking the first step to solving your slow money blues. My name is Doug, retired U.S. Marine and two-time combat veteran turned entrepreneur at your service. Today's episode is Dead Dollars. If you have any questions, visit Slow Money Blues and click on Ask or submit your question on IG, Facebook, or Twitter using hashtag Slow Money Blues. And we're going to get to like the main points and stuff like that. But if you haven't been tuning in for the entire month of March, we have been talking about money. And so this entire month is dedicated to money because it's always on people's mind. And of course, as your host, I always want to bring you the best content possible. We're going to be talking about 3 ways to resurrect dead dollars. Now, of course, we always ask 2 questions during our show. And the first question is this: did you do last week's homework? Hopefully you did. Last week's homework was very simple. The only thing you had to do is plant a new money tree. I don't know about you, but planting money trees is a lot of fun, particularly when you reap the harvest. And I happen to love this new crypto forex space. We are winning every day. I did actually plant a new money tree. I actually did it last week. And this week, I'm expecting a 3% return on my investment, and I'm super excited about it. And I'm going to be introducing it to so many other people. Now, this is one of the best parts of the show. Did you say your morning mantra? This is like one of the best parts of the show. I'm never going to get rid of it. If you didn't, let's say it together. I state your full name, take 100% responsibility and accountability for my decisions and actions. I refuse to blame others. If I do, I give away all of my power, authority, and promises given to me by God. Man, that wakes me up, gets me wired up and fired up every time I say it. It's best if you say it in the mirror. It's also even better if you say it in the mirror and record it and then listen to it quite often. Of course, we always have to pay the bills. There have been two consistent sponsors for our entirety, all of 2022 and coming into 2023. One is Linky.com. That's LIINKY.com. If you're a mompreneur, dadpreneur, solopreneur, or side hustler, or if you are trying to promote anything and everything, go to Linky.com. That's LIINKY.com and use promo code Linky, LIINKY25, and you'll get a 25% savings on any annual plan that you purchase today. If you want an example, visit linky.com/slow money blues. And of course, it is 2023. In fact, it's March 2023, and people are still suffering from a digital dilemma. And our sponsor, BigNet Domain, can hook you right up. They have websites, they have web hosting, they have email marketing, they have e-commerce, they have hundreds and hundreds of templates, and they have an outstanding technical department. They have an outstanding billing department. So if you need help with your digital dilemma, visit bignetdomain.com where the net just got bigger. Use promo code BIGNET and you'll receive an additional 10% savings upon checkout. Now we do have a new partner. I'm super excited about it. For everybody that's in the finance space, particularly, that's everybody, but for everyone that's thinking about getting into the crypto space, because I've encouraged you to get into the crypto, into the Forex space, do understand I'm not your financial planner or a financial advisor. I am your freedom advisor, and you need to get more freedom. So go to, you can go to our website. It's actually in the show notes. You can go to the show notes, click on a link. If you sign up today, you're going to get some free crypto. It's going to be the first time. Of course, this is only for new accounts. So click on that link, and I promise you, my friends over at Binance will hook you up. And I'm super excited. They're one of the largest exchanges in the world. In fact, they are the largest exchange in the world. And if you know anything about me, I love big things, right? So go check them out. Click on the link in the show notes, and they will give you some free crypto today, only for new accounts. Okay, this is the question for today. Are your dollars dead? Yes, no, or I don't know. In 1792, the U.S. Congress passed the Mint Act. It served as a framework which allows for the coinage or manufacturing of money. The silver dollar became the official unit of money in the United States, and the rest is history, right? Well, let's get personal. If I told you the silver dollar was pegged to the Spanish meal dollar, would you believe me? Well, that's for you to decide. Okay, we're going to be talking about 3 ways, literally, for you to resurrect your dead dollars. I'm absolutely amazed that each person during the course of their life will come in contact with money. And I'm also amazed that so many people do not have some type of plan for those dollars. By the way, all dollars are dead. And what does that mean? Well, if you look at the faces on all of our currency in the entire world, there is no living human being that is on the currency in any economy anywhere in the entire world. All of them are dead. But most of them made some type of contribution to humanity, and so a way of playing it forward and saying, hey, look, you did something of value and you gave back to the community. We want to put your face on some currency. So we want to talk about 3 ways to resurrect your dead dollars. The first way that you and I should resurrect our dead dollars is we should set an investment goal. Now, you may be saying to yourself, set an investment goal? Yes, because if you've been listening to any of the previous, the last 2 or 3 episodes that I've actually done, I have been talking about stop saving and start investing. So, of course, if you're going to start investing, then the question is, well, what's the goal when you decide you want to invest? I have on my calendar over here, which you can't see. My strategy is always to 2x my investment year over year. Did you hear what I just said? And I said to 2x my investment year over year. Well, I happen to be on platforms that actually do phenomenally well, and they actually go beyond the 2x. But I set that as a minimum for myself, 2x my investments every year. And that means money that I'm actually that I'm putting into the marketplace, expecting a rate of return, expecting to yield a harvest. However, if I don't have a goal, I don't even know where I'm aiming or what I'm shooting at. So let's keep it simple. Let's just say you have an investment goal of $5,000. What that simply means is this. It simply means that if you're W-2 or if you're 1099, what you must do is you must set aside $5,000 that you're going to invest somewhere. Oftentimes, when we think about investing, we think about going into some type of financial instrument. But do you realize you can invest in yourself? And one of the ways you can invest in yourself, maybe you need a coach or something like that to help you, get better in whatever area where you think you need to get better in. But oftentimes, we always look at it like, well, you're talking about going into the stock market, and I don't know anything about stocks. You're talking about buying bonds. I don't know anything about buying bonds. You're talking about buying, crypto, or start doing, day trading or Forex. Well, yeah, all of those are great, but guess what? The best investment that you can ever make is the investment in yourself. Now, With that said, because we are talking about it's Money March, I'm specifically talking about putting your money in some type of financial instrument that is going to continue to yield yourself a harvest. Now, you may not think that a book is a financial instrument, but I tell you, a book is a financial instrument. So let's just say you decided you want to write a book. And say you want to go the traditional route and you want to get it printed and so people can order and stuff like that. And say that it costs you $1,000. Now remember, in this example, we have 5,000. So you're using 20% of the $5,000. It's gonna cost you $1,000 to get your book into the marketplace. And let's just say you set the price for that book at $9.99. Well, let's just say, let's be ultra conservative. Let's just say that book makes you it sells 50 times a month, which that's $500. Now you multiply $500 times 12, that's $6,000. And that is what I call a 5x return on your money because you have to subtract out the $1,000. But understand, you only made the investment one time in writing that book, and now it continues to sell again and again and again and again. That's pretty awesome. And it was just a one-off, which is phenomenal. And I highly encourage you to challenge yourself to write a book. Write a book before you transition. I promise you, it'll be super rewarding. You'll learn more about yourself than you ever even thought. Now, so set an investment goal. And this example, I said 5,000, but it's whatever you're comfortable with. But it should be a goal that, one, you have to reach for. You have to make some type of sacrifice. So maybe instead of going to the movies and going out to dinner and going on a vacation, you say, I'm going to set this money aside. Guess what? So I can put it towards my investment goal so I can get more freedom. For example, like you invest, say, $5,000, and maybe you get a 300% return on that. And now you made $15,000 on the $5,000. Well, guess what? Now, when it's time for you to go on vacation next year, instead of having to finance it, it's already paid for because your new investment allowed you to go on that vacation stress-free and hassle-free. That sounds awesome, right? Sounds awesome to me, and you should absolutely do that because I think oftentimes our lifestyles are underfunded. And the reason that they're underfunded is because we don't have any type of investment goal. If you looked at if you took like a micro approach to your life and you said, okay, there's an overhead that I have. And I have food, clothing, shelter, transportation, and communication, and then all the other stuff that I want to do. Well, you need to come up with an investment goal to fully fund that so that you don't have any stress in your life. Now, point number 2, develop an investment strategy. Some people call this diversification, right? Like diversification is a strategy. So you should have some over here in stocks, some over in bonds, some over in ETFs, some maybe in mutuals, some maybe in crypto, right? That's called diversification. But whatever your strategy is, make sure along with the investment amount goal that you actually have a time frame set to that as well too. I just call it the best investment strategy is having a freedom number. Like, what is that number that sets you up so you never have to worry about this thing called money again? I'm going to give you like a super simple example. Let's just say your goal was, I don't know, let's say $5 million. Sounds like a lot of money, but it's not a lot of money. Okay. You had a goal of $5 million. Once you accumulate the $5 million, let's just say the $5 million, made you 8% a year. That means that $5 million is producing $400,000 a year, or a little bit less than, say, $35,000 a month. I think that's about right. And you are so winning at that point. I mean, if you can't live off $35,000 a month, I mean, I don't know what type of lifestyle you have. I'm not trying to tell you what type of lifestyle you should have. But what I'm saying is this, right? Your investment strategy should include this freedom number. And once you understand that, now we can figure out how to develop like this plan to actually get you there, right? which is what you should be focused on like all the time. And it's easier to get there than not. You could just say, my investment strategy is 5 years and I want to accumulate this much so I don't have to ever worry about money again. Our third point, or third way to resurrect your dead dollars, is you need to execute the strategy. There's nothing like having a plan, right? And not using the plan for your own benefit. It's almost like going out to dinner and having a 7-course meal and just looking at it and saying, man, it sure does look good and it smells good, but you never pick up the fork or the spoon or the knife to partake. And what I want you to do is I want you to really begin to engage this process of resurrecting dead dollars. When your money is sitting on the sideline that you work really hard to earn, then you have dead dollars. That means it's not doing anything. And one of the worst places to put your money, I can't make this up and I'm telling you the truth, is in a savings account. Savings account pay the least amount of yield on your investment. Now, what's even more amazing is that when you place your money in a savings account, I'm certain that that financial institution is not allowing your money just to sit in their institution and do nothing with it. In fact, legally, they can take 90% of whatever you invest and look for opportunities in the marketplace to make more money for themselves and their constituents, particularly if they're publicly traded. That is what their goal is to make their shareholders money. So what did we talk about today? We talked about 3 ways to resurrect your dead dollars. Number 1, set an investment goal. That should be an amount and a time frame. Number 2, develop an investment strategy. And remember, I talked about, hey, your investment strategy should definitely include the total amount of money that you want to accumulate so you never have to worry about making money again. And then point number 3, execute the strategy. And here's a bonus. If you don't know where to begin, I highly encourage you to reach out to a financial planner or a financial advisor. Because remember, I am your freedom advisor. Now, this is the deal. I'm going to give you just a couple of little nuggets here. When you reach out to your financial planner or financial advisor, ask them, hey, are you familiar with the crypto space? Are you familiar with Forex trading? If they tell you they're not, go ahead and dismiss them and find yourself a financial planner and a financial advisor who is very familiar with the crypto sector and with the foreign exchange market as well. Because I promise you, investing in foreign exchange as well as into cryptocurrency, it's going to make your money grow a lot faster. Okay, what are the takeaways? Well, I'm glad you asked me that question, and it's awesome. All currency works only if you believe it works. All currency works only if you believe it works. And why am I saying it like that? Because you do know that Mint Act of 1972 was started by our fellow human beings. And guess what? It's still working this very day. And so now we have in the United States of America and in any developed nation, we have over here, we have the penny, we have the nickel, we have the dime, we have the quarter, we have the half dollar. We have the $1 bill, we have the $2 bill, we have the $5 bill, we have the $10 bill, we have the $20 bill, we have the $50 bill, and we have the $100 bill. There used to be bills that were higher than that, but they retired them. But the only thing I'm saying is this. All currency works only if you believe it works. And do believe me that the US dollar is working mightily, even as banks and very large banks are collapsing because of mismanagement. What's your homework for this week? That's a great question. I want you to open and fund your first crypto account today. Now, I told you my people over there at Binance are waiting for you, so make sure you click the link in the show notes and you can get hooked up today, and they're going to give you some free crypto just for opening up your account today, and that just takes a little bit of time. Until next time, I want you to continue to build, launch, and grow your very own personal freedom success system. And I won't see you at the top, but I will see you over the top. Bye.